Throwing again. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action
54
sack.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
4th down, here's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now Wilson on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, he's going to launch, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Wilson. Now he's got the hook up to Moore. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even... And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 54 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. 1st down, the run with Lynch. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 50 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still active.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. They'll run here with Ingram. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
The amount of sacks.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup of 38. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Ingram again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
On On second down, Ingram. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with precise. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing is Wilson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing now is Wilson, rolling to his left. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. They'll run on first down. It's Lynch, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
40.
Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Here's Wilson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here at overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it, right?
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now he's going to go deep down. And this is taken in at the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check it.